Right now at 10, an economic boon could be coming to downtown Beloit in the form of a new baseball stadium.
And Sunbury police investigate an unsubstantiated report of an active shooter at the high school.
Plus, the public will get more time to submit their thoughts on the F-35 jets possibly coming to Madison's Truax Field.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 10.
Thanks for joining us. Authorities say there was no active shooter at Sun Prairie High School today, but they did get a 911 call that someone had a gun. In the end, no weapon was found.
Our Amanda Quintana is here with those details. Amanda?
The 911 call came in just before 4 o'clock when school was already out. It was a girl saying she saw two other girls talking in the bathroom of the high school about shooting up the school, and one of them was holding a handgun. Police officers immediately enacted their active threat protocol and evacuated the school. Staff and students, mainly athletes and those in after-school clubs, were sent to the school district office, City Hall, and a local middle school.
During their search and as students were being evacuated, we had officers up there, we did not find anybody matching the description that was given by the caller. We did an initial search of the school, and we did not substantiate an active threat. We did not find a weapon.
Police have looked at surveillance footage, especially around that bathroom where this allegedly happened, but they didn't find anything. This is still an active investigation, though, until police can figure out whether the information given in the call was credible or not. This could be legitimate. It could be a hoax. Police are not ruling anything out right now. The district says this is a good example of all the things that they practice for. They had a real-life experience on how to do it.
All right, Amanda Quintana reporting. Amanda, thank you.
Some rain tonight pushed back the start times of some high school football games, and there's even more rain in the forecast. Here's meteorologist Dave Caulfield.
The good news, Charlotte, is that rain and thunderstorm activity has moved out for the night across southern Wisconsin, so we're quiet on Doppler track, but much of the evening was not that way, with some showers and thunderstorms, even some hail reported in some spots across the area. Madison right now just cloudy on the WISC-TV Skycam. Temperatures to the north in the mid-50s, the low 60s still in spots like Madison, Monroe, and Janesville in the mid-60s, 59 in Boscobel. Some patchy fog in spots. I don't think that's much to worry about as that front has moved through. So we'll just call it cloudy skies overnight with temperatures falling through the 50s, starting off in the low 50s for Saturday morning, and a classic fall day on the way. Great for college football or any outdoor plans that you might have for tomorrow because things are staying dry with highs in the lower to middle 60s. We'll talk about many more chances, though, for showers and storms as we enter next week, maybe even some more heavy rain in your first alert forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, Dave, thank you. Big changes could be coming soon to Beloit as the minor league Beloit Snappers baseball team has announced plans to build a new downtown stadium.
City leaders of Beloit say it's just the latest in a large-scale economic development. Adam Duxter spoke with leaders today about how a new stadium would continue that growth. Adam?
Well, Eric and Charlotte, a new stadium for the Snappers is something that leaders in the city of Beloit have been pushing for years now. And now that it's closer than it's ever been before, they say so is a new look downtown.
A look down East Grand Ave in Beloit is all it takes to see what's new.
We've gotten several new restaurants. We got a new boutique hotel. We have a new brew pub that's coming downtown in the next few months.
Shauna El Amin says that's a result of the city building around one of its biggest assets.
The city's been thinking about the riverfront projects for years now. The river is really our hugest asset of the downtown. It's beautiful, it's accessible, it's easy for everybody to use.
Thursday, the executive director of the Greater Beloit Association says she got even more good news.
Home plate facing the river.
As the Beloit Snappers minor league baseball team announced it was being sold, with the new owner planning to build a stadium in this field right next to the Rock River in City Hall. The downtown move, something on the minds of city leaders for years.
Bringing it downtown is going to bring more visitors to our downtown area, and it will spur additional economic growth. You know, the more our downtown thrives, the more the surrounding areas will continue to thrive.
But it's not just a stadium, but also a riverfront apartment development and riverfront mixed-use development for Beloit College that have people in Beloit looking forward to the future.
You know, we've been working on these things for years, and it's just so exciting to see some of these things, the baseball and the apartments, all of it is just huge for the downtown area.
Most of all, they say as every new project is announced, developed, and finished, it helps change the way others see the city on the state line.
It's hard to know what is like down here until you've actually been down here.
Now, there still are a couple of things that will have to happen before the Snappers' new stadium will become a reality. One of those things is to pass through Beloit City Council. Another is to go through several community listening sessions, the first of which is coming up on Monday at the Beloit Public Library. But should everything go according to plan for city leaders, they say construction could start as early as this upcoming spring.
Adam, thank you.
We're learning more about the likely lawsuit against the city of Madison and the Madison Police Department in regards to a controversial arrest over the summer.
The family of a boy arrested in June is asking for $2.8 million because they say officers used excessive force and caused permanent damage. This is video of the arrest. Madison Police Chief Mike Koval says the investigation found the user's use of force was, quote, objectionably reasonable. The family, however, doesn't agree. A civil attorney we spoke to today says it's still too early to say what will happen next, but did point out some possibilities.
Many times, cases will never even find their way to the courthouse. They'll be resolved before that. When they are filed, however, and there is a lawsuit, it's often the case that they settle after the lawsuit is filed and before a jury is ever impaneled.
We reached out to the family and the city attorney for additional comment, but they were not available.
In Washington, House Democrats are taking their next steps in the impeachment process. They sent a subpoena to Secretary of State Mike Pompeo demanding key documents by next week. They also requested to depose 5 State Department officials mentioned in the whistleblower complaint. It comes just a day after the complaint was released to the public, alleging the president pressured the leader of Ukraine to investigate a political rival. A congressional official says the House Intelligence Committee will hear closed-door testimony from the intelligence community's Inspector General next Friday.
3 vehicles were stolen from the same home this morning in Madison. Officers say a group of burglars stole 3 cars from a home on Hill Creek Drive. That's in the Hawks Landing neighborhood. The burglars found a garage door opener in an unlocked car, then went into the home where they found the keys to the other cars. A teenager was detained, but officers are still looking for more suspects.
Beaver Dam police are looking for a suspect in a string of burglaries around that city. Officers have responded to numerous thefts and burglaries over the past several weeks and believe these people have something to do with it. Unlocked vehicles are mostly the targets here, but there are cases where homes have been accessed either by force or the entryways were left unlocked. Police are reminding residents to lock their vehicles' windows and doors. Anyone with information about these possible suspects is asked to call police.
We are learning more information on how authorities were able to crack the case of 2 brothers accused of running an illegal vape cartridge operation. 20-year-old Tyler Huffhines and 23-year-old Jacob Huffhines were in Kenosha court yesterday. Detectives say they busted a man selling the cartridges laced with THC oil in Waukesha. That man then turned into a confidential informant and told authorities about the brothers. The brothers' arrest come after authorities investigated hundreds of cases of severe lung disease linked to vaping, but illnesses have not been tied to the case.
The Wisconsin Department of Health Services providing an update on those cases of lung disease linked to vaping in the state. 60 cases reported here in Wisconsin, 14 more are under investigation. Cases were found overall in 26 counties, including Dane, Dodge, Grant, Greene, and Jefferson. The majority of the patients reported using e-cigs to inhale THC products. 12 people have died nationwide, none of them here in Wisconsin.
A local environmental group is concerned about chemicals found in Lake Monona following the July transformer fire downtown. Environmental organizations like the DNR began looking at ways to contain the PFAS that resulted from firefighting efforts. The data from the monitoring came out earlier this month, but this week, the Midwest Environmental Justice Organization examined it, finding what they call, quote, concerning levels of these chemicals. But this organization says it would be decades before PFAS could get into our drinking water. The Madison Water Utility says there will be remediation before that.
The Air Force has extended the public comment period for the draft environmental impact statement on the F-35 jets at Truex Field in Madison. That comment period was supposed to end today, but will now end November 1st. The environmental impact statement was prepared to look at the possible environmental consequences that could come from having the jets at Truex. There are a number of ways to submit your comments. All of those are listed on our website, channel3000.com.
Wisconsin utility regulators authorized the construction of the controversial $500 million Cardinal Hickory Creek Power Line project. The line would run between Dubuque and Middleton. Supporters say it will allow for the transmission of more carbon-free electricity and save customers money. But critics say the state could transition to renewable energy without damaging natural areas along the planned route of the proposed power line.
Don't miss your chance to see the Broadway smash hit Hamilton when it comes to Overture Center in November. Tickets go on sale at the box office tomorrow. It starts at 8 a.m. Fans across the Midwest are expected to line up even earlier. Now, if that's too early for you, tickets will also be available online on the Overture's website starting at 10 a.m. Hamilton runs November 19th through December 8th.
We could have a dry weekend ahead of us. Dave is back with a look at your weekend forecast.
Plus, the rain didn't stop, although it did delay it a bit. Our game of the week between Verona and Madison Memorial, Prep Mania, moments away. All right, well, we hope the Badger game doesn't get too much of this weather tomorrow. It's looking decent for the game, though, right, Dave?
Yeah, the weather definitely improving for our Saturday after a gloomy and rainy and stormy Friday across southern Wisconsin. Those storms were moving pretty quickly this evening, but they did drop some heavy downpours and also some small hail in spots. The good news is those storms have moved well off to the east and won't affect southern Wisconsin as we get into the overnight hours. Will stay cloudy as we head into later tonight. We did have some hail, though, in Pleasant Springs. You can see the hail lining up there on the porch in this picture. And we had multiple reports across portions of Dayton County of some small hail as well. Rain chances tomorrow are basically at 0, so that's good news. Should be a classic fall day with temperatures in the lower to middle 60s. 60s, and we'll call it a mixture of sun and clouds, maybe more clouds than sun, but really not too bad. The changes start to come once again as we get into the overnight hours of Saturday and early Sunday morning. Expect to get wet by that point with showers and thunderstorms possible. And then it doesn't end there, folks, as we get into the start of next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We're looking at alert days in the forecast. Could have some severe storms on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. More of a heavy rain threat for southern Wisconsin. Madison and the Edgewater Skycam looking at partly cloudy skies right now. 65 degrees the high today, so a little bit below normal for this time of year. We're in the upper 50s and low 60s right now with cloudy skies in southern Wisconsin. Visibility has improved for many of us, but some patchy fog can't be ruled out overnight. Badger football for tomorrow. Temperatures in the upper 50s by kickoff for the fifth quarter. We'll call it partly sunny skies. Temps in the lower to middle 60s. Classic football weather out there. High temperature trend, oh boy, all over the place. Summer's back on Monday with temperatures in the low 80s. We're in the 50s as we get into Thursday and Friday, though. So a lot of different outerwear choices on the way for next week. So be ready for that. Temps in the low 50s tonight with those showers and thunderstorms already wrapped up for tomorrow. Variably cloudy, dry during the day with temperatures in the mid 60s. So not too much going on as we get into tomorrow. Mixture of sun and clouds, temps in the low to mid 60s. Then those showers and thunderstorms move in early on Sunday, and we'll need to keep the umbrella handy for much of Sunday. By the time we get to the end of the day on Sunday, another inch to about 2 inches of rain is possible across southern Wisconsin. 7 to 10 day forecast. Those alert days in the forecast Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday could have some more heavy rain. We do calm down and get a little bit more fall-like by the start of next weekend. Week 6 of Friday night football is now in the books. We did have some showers and thunderstorms. So Kevin Lewis is the Thunder. Melissa Kim is the Lightning. For them, everything comes naturally. It's Prep Mania. Hit it with those highlights.
I enjoy being lightning. I'm taking that as a compliment.
I bring the thunder.
Thank you, Dave. We appreciate that. Well, like Dave said, it had to happen sometime. The perfect weather during football season coming to an end tonight. It's amazing that we look as presentable as we do, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
You
fine.
have no
I
idea.
do. You know, it's fine. Welcome to week 6 of Prep Mania. I'm Melissa Kim. He is Kevin Lewis. Major props to all the field and operations crews and parents, especially out there tonight, for sticking through the rain, the thunder, and the lightning.
A lot of late night work. I told you at 6 this game was going to be the goods. What would be or could be a season-defining game in the Big 8 Conference. Verona, 4-1, lost their first game last week, trying to bounce back against undefeated Madison Memorial. Tonight, we go to the ground early. Graham Steer, 25-yard touchdown run, 7-0 Wildcats on top. Spartans go to the air. Jason Sinetti, little play action. Laquan Lewis, somehow gets to his hands, side of the end zone for the touchdown. Watch the celebration. Whoops. And then he'll not get knocked down this time. No relation. Nice catch, though. Verona going to the air themselves. Adam Becks to Aubrey Dawkins. 37-yard score. Verona led 24-7 at the half. We flash forward. 24-14 Verona. Kabaris Vassar takes the handoff and is going to get in from 4 yards out. That cut the lead to 24-21. 4 seconds to go. They're going to the ground. Vassar gonna get in at the gun. Spartans win walk-off style, 27-24. They stay undefeated.
We just threw away the first half because we knew that wasn't our football. We knew that, we made a lot of mistakes, and, we turned the ball over too much in the first half, and, they capitalized on that because good teams, that's what good teams do. And so, no matter what the score was, we knew it's like, hey, it's on us. It's on us. They aren't doing anything that we haven't expected. It was all in the game plan. The coach just prepared us immaculately, and it was just on us. A couple of fumbles and interception. We just stayed on it the whole time, no matter the adversity we were faced. And I'm so proud of our guys, so proud of my brothers, so proud of my coaches that are like fathers to me. Just so grateful to be on this team. God put me here for a reason. I'm so blessed to look up and just say, I'm a Spartan. I go to Memorial.
That's the greatest high school soundbite I think I've ever seen. Congratulations. Go enjoy the win.
Appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Let's go back to the studio.
Woo. Well, if you've never experienced the pure, rewarding joy that is producing, editing, anchoring, shooting live television, anything can happen when you throw a wrench in the works like rain. Tonight, the rain pushed back the Middleton Janesville Parker game by 40 minutes. A photographer couldn't stay.
Wasn't that you?
Quiet down. So they shot what they could quickly and moved on to the next assignment, but Middleton won the game 54-16. The Cardinals improved to 4-2. Remember, a lot of games still in progress now because of the rain. Madison East 19-14 over Janesville Craig. They are in the third quarter. And La Follette, a 13-7 lead over Sun Prairie. That was the halftime score. Again, rain trying to mess us up, but Melissa, we're holding it down.
No, nothing can mess us up here, right? On to the Badger Conference. Undefeated DeForest hosting Mount Horeb-Barneveld. This one didn't kick off until 7:55 because of lightning. And needless to say, everyone was super antsy and ready to get out on the field, especially the Norskies. Going for it on fourth down here. Trey Schrader passes to Mason Kirkberg for the first down and then some. Few plays later, Schrader going to the air again. This time to Evan Armstrong. 7-0 DeForest. That was a touchdown, obviously. Next, Norski's possession. Schrader with the ball. He would keep it, showing off the legs this time. Props to the O-line and the blocks on this one because he would get into the end zone 48 yards later. 14-0 DeForest. Still in the first quarter. Handoff this time to Alex Enders. Get out of my way, everybody. Pummels through the crowd to the house. DeForest wins 35-0. Other scores here in the Badger Conference today. This one's still in the third quarter. Big one, Stoughton up 14-0 against undefeated Milton. Baraboo beats Portage 24-17. Reedsburg moves to 5-1 with a win over Beaver Dam. Watertown shuts out Fort Atkinson, and Wanakee stays undefeated 28-7. Lodi looking to stay perfect, hosting a 2-3 Poinet. Everyone's staying a little warm out there today with the hoodies. Pumas striking first. Noah Chadwick goes to Christian Balk for the 43-yard touchdown. Poinet up first 7-0. But don't sleep on Lodi because they would answer right back. Colton Nicolay, we've said his name a lot this season.
Yeah.
No different today, 10-yard touchdown. Then Lodi on defense. Who are we going to call again, Kevin?
Is it Colton Nicolay?
That is correct.
Okay.
This time he gets the pick six. Blue Devils win 42-7 the final. Meanwhile, great matchup in the Capital Conference. 4-1 Lake Mills visiting 3-2 Columbus. First quarter and first possession for Lake Mills. Adam Moan drops back, finds Jackson Retrum. He shakes off defender, takes it 68 yards to the house. Elcats up 6-0. Next possession for the Elcats. Moan with a quarterback keeper on the 2-yard score. Lake Mills up 13. Heading to the second quarter now, Columbus with some action. This time, William Cotter will keep it, and he finds the end zone. Cardinals within 6 of the Elcats, but Lake Mills just too much for Columbus. Moan airing it out again, this time to Matthew Johnson. He puts on his wheels, goes 80 yards for 6. Lake Mills defeats Columbus 44-14.
Darlington hitting the road to take on La Crosse Aquinas in the first quarter. Aquinas knocking on the door. Aiden Lee finds pay dirt, gets a 6-pack of points, missed extra point at 6-0. In the second, Darlington's Braden Davis going to the air. Carter Lancaster bringing it down with the first down. Deep in blue gold territory, Darlington going for it on fourth and short, but Aquinas, I think they read the playbook and forces the turnover on downs. Darlington gets it back. Davis over the middle. Caden Rankin shakes a tackler, picks up a few more, but the offense is hard to come by for the Redbirds because in the red zone, Michael Liam, the pick. Aquinas gets the shutout win, 14-0, the final. Well, coming up, will the Badgers be 4-0 in 24 hours, that is? They certainly hope so. We are back after the break. The Wisconsin football team's made a habit of knocking teams down early and never letting them back up. The defense didn't allow a point the first 10 quarters of the season. The offense was busy racking up points when they got the ball. Running back Jonathan Taylor told me momentum's neutral at the start of the game, so whoever's on the field first has to grab it, hand it over to the unit that's ready to take over.
The defense comes out, gets the stop. Offense gets the ball, or if offense starts the game, punches it in and scores, the defense has a huge momentum shift. So really the biggest thing is making sure whoever's out there first starts off fast so that, we can kind of have the momentum shift our way and continue to build on that.
They do a lot of stuff formationally that try to get your eyes in a lot of different places. I think sticking to our rules and our key concepts are going to be big for us this week.
All right, the Brewers have 3 games to catch the Cardinals in the race for the National League Central Division. They're in Colorado tonight, top of the first here. Ryan Braun up the middle.
Good
Trent
defense.
Grisham scores 1-0 Brew Crew. Later, Lorenzo Cain, a solo shot to make it 2-1, but it was all Rockies after that. Right now we're in the bottom of the 8th. Rockies up 11-4. We'll be right back.
And in the air, right field, that's trouble. Back is...
Dave's here with the final check of your forecast.
The rain and storms done for tonight. We're looking at mostly cloudy skies in Madison right now with temperatures in the low 60s. We'll see those temps fall into the 50s overnight. For tomorrow, great weather for the Badger game. Temps in the low to mid 60s. Dry weather as well. And that's not the case as we head into the start of next week, though. Temps near 70 Sunday with showers and thunderstorms. Alert days from Monday through Wednesday for some severe storms and possibly some heavy rain.
All right, Dave, thanks. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good and have a great weekend.